Okay, so what is IELTS? IELTS is the International English Language Test System. So if you've ever wondered what IELTS stands for, that's what it means. Okay, it is currently the most widely recognized English language proficiency test in the world, and it's been running for 25 years now. People who complete the test are given a score from 0 to 9. If you're a 0, then you're considered to be a non-user of the English language. If you're a 9, then you're considered to be an expert of the English language. You can have a look at the 9-point system we've provided for you there. If you're wanting to live or study abroad, you will generally need to get a score of 6.5 or above, depending on the university requirements or the job that you might be applying for. I've left some more detailed information and some links about IELTS and IELTS resources in this section for you. If you're going to sit the IELTS exam, you're going to need to decide on the two different formats that you want to sit, okay? So when we talk about the IELTS exam, there are two very different formats. The first one is the general IELTS exam. The second is the academic. Now, there is a difference. In terms of the content of IELTS, there are 4 different parts. I'm going to talk about academic and general in a minute. The 4 different parts included in the IELTS exam are listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Whether you do the general IELTS exam or you do the academic, the listening and speaking are exactly the same. However, the reading and writing, there's going to be more of a focus on academic papers, okay? And the total test time for the IELTS exam is 2 hours and 45 minutes. So once you've decided whether you're going to do the general IELTS exam or the academic IELTS exam, you then need to decide what score you're going to get. Now remember, the score is out of 9 as per the table that I've provided for you. If you're wanting to study or live abroad, then you're most likely going to need a score of 6.5 or above. And now that's obviously going to be dependent on the job that you're applying for or the university requirements in your application. Now, it's really important when you're deciding what score you need to get or what score you're aiming for to be realistic with your desired score. Ask yourself, is the band that I'm trying to achieve, is that something that I'm going to be able to do? Do I have enough time? Is my English language currently good enough? Will I have enough time to prepare? The best person to check whether or not you're going to be able to do that is someone who really understands IELTS. So I strongly suggest, if it's possible, to get in contact with an IELTS examiner, someone who knows the IELTS system and someone who can best advise you as to your level of English proficiency. Make sure you know about the IELTS criteria. One of the best pieces of advice I can give you is to look very closely at the IELTS criteria and understand what is required as per each set in the scoring system from 0 to 9. I've included some links below that you're able to look at that will hopefully help you and guide you through that process to help you better understand what you need to do in order to get the score you require.